It was the worst of times. It was a terrible stain against humanity based on the colour of one's skin. In Voices from the Underground, 18 members of the Ashely Kriel Detachment give accounts of their involvement in the armed struggle. The book traces varying journeys into MK via student activism, trade unions, religious organisations and UDF politics. It details their training in Angola, Botswana, Tanzania, Cuba and South Africa and their experiences of detention and interrogation.
Because I think this story has relevance not only in South Africa but in post-conflict countries. You know, I've spoken to people from FARC and other rebel groups, Tamil Tigers in Sri Lanka, and we've had some of their journeys, and we need to share our stories. And I'm so happy to be able to do that. Honestly, it's a 6-year labour of duty, not love, duty.
It's real-life stories of young idealists willing to give their lives for freedom in this country, but not told in a bombastic political way, told in a very humane way with lots of detail. It's very convincing, it's very timely, Many people are cynical these days, and it's always good to be reminded of the courage and the spirit and the discipline and the far-sightedness of that generation. And, you know, we look at the people, they don't look like soldiers, they're not wearing uniforms, they're not parading with ribbons. They're ordinary people, mostly from the Cape Flats, who did extraordinary things.
Forcefully removed so-called colored people from places like District 6 into places like Manenberg and Bonteheuvel, and their stories haven't been told. There have been stories from the Rivonia trialists, from other parts of the country, and they've been mostly from black African comrades. So we decided that we needed to share these stories to show that they are heroes from the Western Cape.
Members recall the stresses of couriering arms and explosives across police roadblocks, hiding in safe houses, evading capture, or members being brutally killed or assassinated by security forces.
I'm a pacifist at heart. I hate violence, but it became absolutely necessary. There was no vote, no chance to speak out. People couldn't even complain. And so the violence became part and parcel of the political struggle. And MK played a very important role in saying that if we don't get freedom in our lifetime, there will be a revolution in this country. We are serious.
It's a memorial to those who we've lost, who gave their lives in a way that we were prepared to do, and it's a miracle that we're here, actually, alive, a miracle. It was not the plan of the security police and the apartheid regime. It was not. I know, certainly my life is a miracle. I'm here. But we look at Ashely Kriel, there's his portrait, that's how we recall him, a fabulous leader, very young, killed by Jeffrey Benzine when he was 21, shot in the back at point-blank range, mercilessly, cowardly, and there was not an outcome from the TRC. Then there's Robbie Waterwich and Colleen Williams, who we still would like to know more about what could have happened on that fateful night when they died in the line of duty. And then there was Anton Franz, who warded off the police for 7 hours, single-handedly, with very little at hand. And you can see in this book, there's an insert of photographs. You can see the devastation that they caused as they came with their Caspers and their armored vehicles and crashed through the wall. It's rubble. He was immensely brave, but I can tell you, honestly, that I would have been prepared to die for others as well, been put in that situation. We were all prepared to die. That was the commitment.
The Ashely Kriel Detachment conducted over 30 operations between 1987 and early 1990, playing a crucial role in the defeat of an unjust system. Forward wind to 2019, was it all worthwhile? is their disappointment the way the new South Africa is functioning, with the levels of corruption, protest, and the poorest of the poor still feeling marginalised.
There was one huge achievement. We brought apartheid down. That was our goal, but that created new problems. And now there's lots of disappointment, and totally understandable disappointment. We don't have the homes, we don't have the jobs, we don't even have the freedom to walk around the streets that everybody's entitled to. But we've got to fight with that same courage, not with guns, not with limpet mines this time, but with our vote, with our organisation, with our protests.
I will continue to rattle the gates of Parliament until these people that have voted in to serve the interests of the poor people of this country, that are getting poorer by the day. I will not stop. I will not stop. And it's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment for my comrades to look me in the eye.
Voices from the Underground is an important book, an even more important story. It's a memorial to those brave souls who have departed. It's a book of courage, integrity and reflection, and one of gratitude to those who were prepared to die to make South Africa a better place. Craig Murray, SABC News, Cape Town.